wonder if I should go back down to that guy. Maybe. Did Wonder expect Dumb to be Gronk smash flashy things? I was expecting it.
Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Let's see. The deserters a community, or are a community. I can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
He tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers in power. What?
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way.
I see your point. I think I'm ready to make a decision.
Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm glad that you did. I like hearing from you.
Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
Yeah, I'm surprised she's still... Oh. Have I never, like, officially saved this game? That's bad. I still disagree with her. I feel like no matter what, she's still kind of brainwashed right now. All my guns are using energy. That's probably bad. Oh well. Redirect power. Botanical laboratory. Blatant disregard for Spacer's Choice property has been logged. Please report yourself to the designated supervisor for an immediate reprimand.
I can't stop thinking on Edgewater, Captain. I'm glad the deserters are gonna be alright now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Okay, deserters are now revering it. I'm pretty sure Edgewater hates my guts. I guess let's take a look at that while we're here. Reputation. They're still friendly to me. Spacer's Choice. They're a little pissed off. But, not that pissed off. Okay. So, let's go get this book while we're here. Oh, so it's down here. I must have missed it. I wonder if I could fast travel out of here. Because if so, that's kind of nice. But yeah, I appreciate that it's not just this, like, meter of negative and positive opinion. But yeah, no matter what, like... Okay, cannot fast travel from this location. That's unfortunate. I I always hated the just straight value of positive and negative in a lot of other games with reputations. Like, you did this thing. They hate you now. It's like, what? But it's only like a little bit of a bad thing. They hate you more now. And it's like, what the? I don't know. I prefer this system where it's kind of like, well, they still like you because you did a lot of cool things for them. But they're also upset at you because you did this thing to them. And it's a bit of both. Talk to Higgins. Ah. If you chose Edgewater, you can get deserters as a leader. What do you mean a leader? Oh, you mean you can choose the deserters lady as the leader of Edgewater? Does that... Aren't they still doing canning stuff? Or... Yeah, because we could reload. Let's talk to Higgins, see what he has to say, if he has anything to say.
What's eating you?
Nope, can't say anything to him. Okay, yeah, let's reload. Load. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I was gonna keep pumping points into tech. Okay, so we were gonna go down. Because we gotta go get the other thing. So Spacer's Choice now revere me. But yeah, let's go talk to the deserters. Thanks for that. Because yeah, my main issue is just like, she absolutely has the right plan. Way better than Hobson has. Alright. And I can't fast travel out of here. I really wish you could actually fast travel out of a cleared location. Just as a, like, hey, I'm done with this area. Please don't make me, like, be here any longer than I have to. So I don't just have to, like, run through an environment. It's not so bad. But, you know. Okay. Upsdoodle. Let's get through here. Because, yeah, I was having a bit of a moral quandary because, like, yeah, okay, I am kind of destroying their way of life a little bit. Am I going the right way? I want to go this way. There we go. Yeah, like Skyrim had an exit at the end of the dungeon or a shortcut. I mean, it would just be nice if you had a button that was like, take me back to the entrance so I don't have to. That is a weird bee-breasted whatever the hell thing. Alright, oh, what? No. Can't fast travel. Weird. Oh, now I can. Also weird. Oh, yeah.
I think you did the rightest thing you could sending the power back to Edgewater. A lot of people would have suffered otherwise. People I care for, even if they ain't care much for me.
Everybody keeps staring at me. It's not my fault the power's dead.
I got a data pad.
Kidding. Really?
Now you can fix nothing that works. Elusive Part 3. Someone stashed it away inside the old geothermal plant.
The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible. You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals. That's a complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen. Aside from you, Ms. Parvati. I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Cool. Okay, where is what's-her-face? Some of these people are glaring at me like they really don't like me. Oh, I never talked... Oh, no, that was the shopkeeper. Where's what's-her-face? Huh? Eh? Oh, there she is.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my garden. Without refrigeration, my food will spoil, and my flock will starve. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my temper. Tell me, why did you do it?
Don't I get better? I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, this is impersonal, Adelaide. I need your power regulator.
You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a lifetime of slavery in Edgewater for a power regulator. Well, shit, I wish it was personal. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life here is over, and the only thing left to do is go back to Edgewater. This is now your responsibility. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die among my flowers than live under his management.
Oh, there we go. What happened to you, Adelaide? All this anger had to come from somewhere.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away. But Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
I'm willing to deal with Reed for you.
You offering to cross Reed off, huh? This some sort of twisted reparation for what you've done? Or are you just looking for a chance to sow some chaos? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same 4 walls together.
Reed isn't gonna just leave his post. I'll need some help convincing him.
Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man and woman in Edgewater. Tell him how I've made the vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and I alone know how to breathe life back into the earth. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much to me. A human body is rich with nutrients.
What happens when you run out of corpses?
Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses aplenty, Enough for a generation's worth of crops.
Well. Yoink. So, I'm gonna be honest. That's dark? But, like, what's darker? Using people's bodies after they're dead, or committing everybody to death anyway? Like, obviously if they're doing something like cannibalism or like a bunch of other stuff, sure, but like, I would say her thing is way less awful than this. I mean, for starters, one, they just stick them in the corporate cemetery. Like, she's actually saving... Yeah, I actually have zero problems with this. It's dark, but not nearly as dark as what Reed's done. Plus, there's a lot of other bodies, because she said marauders and sprats and whatnot, too. Like, there's other things. Yep.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts?
I spoke to Adelaide. She won't come back so long as you're here.
Then we are at an impasse. Stewardship over this town has been entrusted to me by Spacer's Choice. I am not perfect. I have made my share of mistakes, but I have done my best for this town.
Town's a mess, Reed.
I have been holding this town together with both hands. You can't just expect me to leave. I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some buttoned-up freelancer, but it is my home.
Adelaide's people aren't getting sick with the plague.
I don't believe you. Plague's a reality of life. Best treatment is a good work ethic.
Have you people ever eaten an actual vegetable?
The very notion is just grotesque. A raw vegetable? Why don't you just ask me to go chew the bark off of a tree? We are a Spacer's Choice saltuna cannery. We eat saltuna here, and only saltuna.
You mean to tell me they're not getting the flu, they're getting freaking scurvy? Holy shit! I'm pretty sure it's your food that's making you sick. You need Adelaide's garden.
I don't understand. You say Adelaide's growing her own food, but that should not be possible. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. Our own botanists couldn't grow decent crops for us, so the company got rid of them and shut down the greenhouse.
Adelaide's found a way to grow food. She'll come back if you step down.
You'll excuse me for being skeptical. How exactly is Adelaide growing crops in barren soil?
Look, Reed, all I know is it involves some really complicated math, and it works.
If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do. I won't stand in her way. My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. I'm sure Adelaide will be glad to see the back of me.
What are your plans?
A couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice has other towns. Now, I couldn't show my face in any of them.
Why not?
No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I could find a place outside the walls, or put in for early retirement.
You won't last a day outside the walls, you know.
I don't know. I could see myself lasting a week.
Can't be easy for you.
I have always tried to do right by my town. It has never been easy.
Take care. Bzz. No. Oh, yeah. I need Reed's key to get in that.
think you're doing?
Just leaving.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
I wonder if I could use that to farm a bunch of EXP. I probably could. I don't think it's worth it, but I could. Check reputation. Yeah, 2%. I was really curious if I could get his key. I mean, I could just zap a lot of them. Let's see what's inside that room. And yes, I could try and cheese it, but I don't think it would actually work out. Anyway, back to the botanical lab. Talk to companion. Yeah, not unless I zap him. Shame. Oh well, whatever's in there, like, it actually isn't important in the slightest. Man, I didn't even notice the fruit trees that are just kind of sitting around here. Yeah, she really did actually put together something kind of impressive. I should have paid more attention. Oh well.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Right, she's in here. Or, no. She's over in here. I could have just flown away. Not even done these steps.
Look at that. The snake's come back.
Oh, shove it. Dr. Reed into leaving. Come back to Edgewater.
I never thought I'd see the day that Reed Thompson abandoned his post. Suppose we all have a breaking point. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. We must tend to what remains of the town and carry on with our lives as best we may. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here, I'm giving you something to leave us be. It's a ransom, you understand, not a reward.
Edgewater's better off with you running the place.
You're telling me you did all this just to put me in charge of Edgewater? Stranger, you are some kind of twisted. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. Got ourselves a whole cemetery bursting with bodies. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater. Got a considerable burden to carry.
Take care. See, what would you rate this game so far?
One of us want to go see what happened?
Interesting
Adelaide's
question.
okay.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. Wild.
Adelaide's agreed to go back to Edgewater.
Didn't think she'd go back so long as Reed was still running the place. Something must have changed.
If Adelaide's going back to Edgewater, we'll follow her.
Don't see why Thomas can't just get the generator. Something I can.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing to trade. Deserter. Probably deserters. I don't think any of these guys are special. There's Thomas.
I'm glad Adelaide's coming back to town with us. With Reed gone, we're gonna need her leadership.
Okay, I think we're done with this area. Yeah, stranger in a strange land. So if we go back to the, to Edgewater, will they have moved? Let's see. Were these all here previously? I think the mushrooms were. I could be wrong. Let's go up to the office for a second. Let's see. How would I feel if the devs added base construction like in Fallout 4? I don't think it would work in this game. Oh, he's still here? Come on.
I already told you.
Okay, I guess we're just going back to the landing site. I guess we're done. Is there ever actually, like, any progress? Like, does the planet change, or is it just kind of done? And there's no reason to ever come back. Because I'd love to actually see the town overgrown and stuff.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine. Belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling.
I can understand not wanting to go back. You didn't seem happy in Edgewater.
Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I was always captain. Is this a good Fallout-style game? It is one of the best. The only real limitation that this game has, in my general opinion, is purely the fact that... Oh, that would solve the problem. The only real problem I have with this game is just the fact that...
Well, I certainly am
right,
looking
he's here.
forward to flying on a ship named
I'm gonna walk away from him for a second. It's not open world in the same way that, like, Fallout New Vegas is, or any of the other Fallouts. Like, this is the map. There's only a couple of things that you can do in it. It's effectively open mini worlds, which I could see a lot of people not being happy about. For me, it's incredible. This is exactly the kind of pacing and story and presentation that I was hoping for. Because I didn't really want a giant map that I had to spend forever walking across. The fact that I could just zip through and around with unlimited stamina is obscenely good for me. Because most other games in this genre are big, bloated, and boring. There are definitely places for improvement, but I would absolutely give this like a high marks. I don't really do numbered scores because I feel like numbered scores present this kind of weird feeling of like, you know, 95 out of 100. That means it's an amazing game. But like, would I say this is better than Ocarina of Time? Maybe. I'm definitely having more fun with this. Ocarina of Time has not aged that well. But I would still rank Ocarina of Time higher, quite as far as like numbers would go. I don't know, it's dumb. So I would say this is close to flawless. If they make another one of these, if they do what they did with Pillars of Eternity, with the Outer Worlds, oh my god, it's going to be good. Like, I really, really hope, I really hope they continue with this. I hope they don't run into any kind of weird licensing issues. I don't think they will. And assuming they don't and they make more of these, they're absolutely going to just, like, blow
Captain,
any old...
I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community.
Like, they will absolutely blow current Bethesda out of the water, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do, because this game is funny, it plays really well, there's a decent variety of weapons that you can kind of mess around with. Character builds are kind of limited currently, but, like, that's fine, it really doesn't need to do much. They've said they'd like to continue making Outer Worlds games. Awesome. Like, I feel like this game is actually this really neat swan song of a thing. Not only because it's a really fantastic, solid game, with a great art style, voice acting so far has been pretty solid, the characters are pretty good. I think, actually, one of my only complaints is the fact that there's very limited facial variety, and that's going to get to be a bit of a problem for me. If they make another one of these, I'd actually hope that they introduce some aliens as well. Maybe there are aliens in this game, but, like, Thompson had the same face as my character. He just wasn't nearly as horrifying. Well, ugly? And so, bit of a trade-off there. Hi! I didn't know it would do this. That is some sweet breastplate. But, like, I look cool. I look like some kind of retro-futuristic space cowboy. I love it. Only the companions have decent expressions. I'm kind of fine with that. Full mocap for every single person is a bit of an issue. I just wish that they had a much more expansive facial customization option set up.
Where we
so that not everybody looked identical, because currently they do, and that's a problem. And so by having even some alien races, that would make a massive difference along the way. Anyway,
What can I do for you, Captain?
They have a power regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be back. Holy crap, I've got a lot of medkits. I wonder if they heal more now that I've pumped a bunch of points into science. Oh, that was easy. I'm gonna break my shins every time I do that.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I've installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Let's get out of here.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good. Been waiting to hear from him.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
I've been feeling a little lightheaded. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Let's see. Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Oh, but, let's see. You want me to wear a cape?
Wrong matter of shroud, my slow-witted accomplice. This is, how to put it simply, a device that makes you look different, sound different. Briefly. The device has its limits, but it will allow you to blend in perfectly, and probably won't jeopardize your ability to have children. Will it? No, definitely not. Probably, yes. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
You mentioned that thing has limitations.
only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
This is cool. I really like this. I'll put it to good use, thanks.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Okay, so we are going here. Nav terminal. Ooh! So we got Phineas's lab, abandoned asteroid facility located in the Rings of Terra 2, repurposed into the experimental laboratory, living quarters and hideout of Phineas Vernon Wells. Terra 2, Typhon, Hephaestus, Tartarus. Oh no, that's actually, there might be a secret planet here. That's probably where the board's hiding. Maybe, I don't know. Olympus, Monarch, Scylla. Okay, cool. Let's see, was I on Terra 2? Okay, hold on. An idyllic terrestrial planet. Halcyon's wealthiest elite live in its capital city, Byzantium. Well, the colony's laborers live in corporate-owned townships along the frontier. Interesting, so we'll be coming back. Welcome to the system map here. You can see all the planets the system has, as well as special points of interest you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you've unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain at home or at work.
Now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain. Welcome back, Captain.
How do we land?
See you soon.
How do we specifically land at Edgewater?
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Oh, just go to the airlock? Really?
Remember that you are not.
Okay, and we'll bring Parvati along.
Ensure.
I might have just specifically unselected her, but whatever. Doesn't matter. This is cool. I'm definitely getting some Mass Effect vibes as well, but that's mostly just because of that character select screen and the fact that we go back to the ship. I want to check out Edgewater real quick. I'd have thought they'd tear that thing down, because that thing's horrifying. But yeah, I just want to check out Edgewater and see if it's improved. Because apparently this is all I had to do, which, I don't know. I'm going to be very thorough about this game. Ooh. Maybe? Maybe not. Doesn't look like that's changed specifically. No, still doesn't look like it yet. Can't go up, though. We'll come back at a much later date. Maybe it'll have improved then. Because, yeah, currently, I don't have much, and that's kind of okay. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying this game. It's cool. I love these loading screens. They're very stylish. They fit the world very well, and just, you know, in general, it's a very complete package. And I don't know how to describe that. Like, it's rare for me to play a game where I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm pretty much just cool with this game. There's not a whole lot I can, like, critique here. Because I always have, like, some level of constructive criticism for every game that I play. And this one is mainly just like, why didn't this come sooner? But I guess budget's probably the answer. Okay, the deserters are in town, and they all say thank you. Oh, I was hoping for more of a visual overhaul, but I guess that would take money. And, yeah, makes sense. Anywho, I'm actually going to leave us off here just because I don't want to, like, dive into anything big next. I love this game, but I think I'm going to dedicate the time tomorrow because I don't have anything else to do tomorrow.